Okay. Hello, teacher. This is me doing the story that you requested. So here it is. Story made by Kenan Moreno Dusan. Icy claws gripped my arm in the darkness. I noticed something was behind me. I looked behind. It was gone. I felt an icy breath on the peak of Rex Mountain. I looked up. I got attacked by an ice wyvern. As I added them to my dictionary, they kept flying at me. They noticed I had an egg. A wyvern's egg. It's probably unfertilized, I said. But I should have been on my guard and not thinking about the dumb egg. The wyvern swooshed and grabbed me and was ready to kill me with its icy breath. As soon as I saw something in the distance, I knew I was saved. A rock drake fell on the back of the ice wyvern, making it go down and suffocating itself in the snow. The drake saved my life. It was wild. I tried giving it some food. It roared at me and glided away. I was surprised. I've stolen rock drake eggs before, but they took them back. Why save me? Why didn't they let me get killed? It was kind of a nostalgic sight. I remember when I was in a tribe and I was an adult, I saw a nice wyvern come at me, try to eat me. This feathered lizard, which nobody knew about, came out of nowhere and dropped on it and tried to wrestle it and suffocate it in the mud. As I now know more about this strange world filled with dragons and dinosaurs, as I tried to tame the rock drake, I saw him again badly hurt and injured. There was a Rex behind him, ready to snap his neck. But I got there in time. I got a tranquilizer dart and knocked the Rex unconscious. The drake went unconscious too because of the toxic liquid it let out. I also got knocked out. I later figured out that it was a corrupted Rex. It had vines of a strange substance. I decided to call it Element. I later gave the drake some kibble or cooked egg, how you want to call it, and know it. I tamed him. He was mine. I made a saddle for him. He had a big scar on the side of him. I just shrugged it off. I woke up to a nice morning at the beach. I saw a few dodos, decided to go kill them for lunch. When I went and killed the dodos, out of nowhere, up above me, I saw a crystal wyvern. It was extremely beautiful. It had all sorts of colors. Green, blue, purple, you name it, the wyvern has it. Later, I found one knocked out and decided to take crystal they have on them. They looked glowy. As soon as I took one off the wyvern, one grew in its place. I decided to trap the wyvern in a thatch room that's 10 by 10. Later, woke up trapped in chains. I put it in my drake. I put the crystals in my drakes. I put my crystals in my drake. My drake saw the wyvern. It wanted to kill it, but I saw that it had babies right next to it. I saw that it started to cry at its babies, telling him to break her free. Anyways, I decided to imprint on the babies. He's that started to cry. I gave the big wyvern the crystal. It seemed to love it, eating more out of my hand. She decided to become my pet and obey me. She let me ride on her back and she flew and flew. She dove at the speed of sound, making a sonic boom across water, making the piranhas not trying to bite me when I take a bath. Later that year, I discovered a cave. I decided to call it the Tech Cave. It had lots of technology. I got teleported somewhere. My wyverns and the rock drake was following me. I saw a hologram on the ship, and I saw various arcs outside. I saw ones with dinosaurs. I saw aberration-based ones, scorched earth-based ones. It was beautiful. Well, until the holograms turned into one big creature. I called it the Overseer. My dinos attacked it. This lasted half an hour. Then when I killed the hologram, turning it to dust, I saw an Earth hologram. And I was being teleported. Then I reached Ascension. I could see all the arcs from Extinction to Ration. I landed on Scorched Earth, a new arc. I saw my creatures before I saw my many creatures before I saw a wyvern go after me. No areas where were left. I got knocked out. I woke up in a wyvern nest. I was dying of thirst. The wyvern took a big scoop of water and put it in a pond. I hid from the babies. The nest. The babies went back to sleep. I drank what was left. I got gripped by a wyvern and thrown to a teleporter. I thought I died for sure. I woke up. I woke up. I wondered where I was. I survived. I was transferred to an underground or subterranean place. I decided to call it Aberration because the obelisks were dead and it looked like the one I saw outside. I didn't know why, but maybe it's because its atmosphere broke all the time. There were stars all around the place. It was kind of strange. I couldn't figure out why, but I didn't. I decided to look for resources so I can survive the night. I saw a Stegosaurus pack, but they were bioluminescent. I said maybe it's some other people painting them. Then I saw a raptor. It was bioluminescent too. I was like, these people must be very swift to do that. But at day, I saw the same raptor, and I saw it again. This time not so glowy. It was a dull brown. So the glow probably is made by the animal. And I went ahead and knocked it out. It wasn't awake, so I decided to take a piece of flesh that glowed from the raptor and keep it safe. I got some raw meat for the raptor, and I tamed it. Crafted a saddle, then I rode her all the way to a cave. There were wyverns, but these had feathers and couldn't fly, and had crystals all over them. Then I called them crystal rock drakes. They were very similar to rock drakes, just that they were a bright purple with yellow eyes and crystals. There were eggs. I decided to steal one. They all launched at me. I escaped in time. I later hatched that egg. It was a baby crystal drake. I decided to call him Rocky Crystal. He grew up in half a year. I made a saddle for him. He could jump, glide, climb, and stay put underground. The drake really knew how to climb. I loved them. I later found an alien creature. I called it a reaper. I tried to impress another person, and it did. Later, the person had a big bulge on his stomach. Then it burst out like the alien from the movie Aliens. But it looked like a bug. I decided to imprint on it. It later grew into a Reaper King, and it ran at the speed of light. I rode it. Later, I saw an aberrant Rex. It was beautiful. It glowed, and I tried taming it. It just ran away because of my drake. But then, when I checked behind, a whole horde of dinos came out of nowhere. Who started it? Guess who started it? An aberrant Giganotosaurus. That thing roared. I got so scared. I escaped while using my rock drake. It somehow managed to grab a feather, and my drake couldn't glide properly. Since my drake couldn't glide properly, he landed on the rock, forcing the Giga between a subterranean river. I put a plastic feather on him, and I escaped. Gladly, after 2 years of this expedition and aberration, I've been exhausted. I finally beat this. I made the arcs crash down into the earth, creating seats for the corrupted earth. Creating seats for the corrupted earth. The arcs will purge every sprinkle of element in the soil. Earth was restored. As for now, I lived. Credits: Reader Kenan MD, Producer Kenan MD, Creator Kenan MD, based on the game Ark Survival Evolved. There it is, teacher. Hope you liked it.